Behind the glamorous curtain of the business world, every string of numbers may be a carefully woven knife. When the auditor's pen pierces through the facade of false perspective, the game of truth versus interest begins.
Next, we will introduce the successful enterprise Fiverr, how to lead the apparel industry. As a listed company in the field of functional fabrics, Fiverr has realized double breakthrough in performance and capital in recent years. Data show that the company's revenue has increased by 28% yearly, and the net profit has increased by 35%, which is far more than the industry average. Talking about the secret of Fiverr's success, the CEO said that the self-developed TA-attached Fiverr pattern breaks through the bottleneck of the industry, which is well loved by the consumers and has driven by the growth of the revenue in Vietnam market to 30%, leading to a significant growth in the overall performance.
Risk penetration theory last firm is pretty good. I have my whole finance team study it through.
Sarah seems to be implemented, like a sudden increase in Q4 in Southeast Asia. Very impressive numbers.
Expanding into Southeast Asian post-pandemic was a broad decision if you need to choose the original contract.
The audit scope mentioned the overseas inventory inspection. We conclude a sample audit last year. Report number is A2024-0750. I can share it with you shortly.
Okay, wish we have a good cooperation.
Sure.
Come in.
This is the audit file of Fiverr for the past 3 years. The signing auditor of last year has been transferred to the Hong Kong branch. Since you have taken on the projects in the textile industry, I've decided to give this project to you.
Okay, I will do this.
Carefully investigate and don't miss any details. If you do well this time, you will be able to advance to the next higher grade in the near future.
Yeah, I will take the chance.
This quarter financial report must be impressive. The shareholders keep a close eye on our performance. If we fail to make the promise, the stock price will plummet and we're all gonna die.
If the goods in the warehouse are not selling well, how can you pretend to increase the revenue by 4 and then explain this to the auditing team?
But if we do this, it will be successful. I just want to say that if we are observed, the PCAOB will also investigate into the us. And I don't think it's a small matter.
What are you afraid of? There is hope. It's near the internal auditing to fill the things up. Have the company ever treated you unfairly? I know an expert. I can let her to forge the patent certification report to overvalue the intangible asset. And you, go to register a shell company overseas immediately.
When the financial report is approved, you will surely benefit. As long as you turn a blind eye and let it go, we can both make a profit, considering the inventory as sales. And it will be absolutely seamless.
This action is too crazy. It invested 10 million of the money and engaged in the account of the intangible asset. And I think it's impossible to be taken as a secret. And what about the auditors? And what about the flow of the funds into the share company? And what about the first purchase contract?
Do you think it is possible to stop now? We have done so much shady things. It is enough to send us to the prison for the rest of our life. But smart people know what to do.
Okay, I will try my best to cooperate it.
Tomorrow morning, I want to see the perfect plan. And remember, only 3 of us know these things.
Don't worry, we have been working together for so many years. How could there be any mistake? You should follow us from now and you will be well rewarded. But whatever you are told to do, make sure it's foolproof.
Even if something goes wrong, it will not chase back to us too. Professor, for this patent certification report, I still need you to polish a little bit more. As long as you package our fabric inventories into high-tech functional ones, you can have any amount you desire.
Miss Lin, this is conform to academic norms. If this is discovered, my career will be ruined for good.
Done. It is still possible to stop. The 50,000 yuan transfer the record for last month, if it is noticed by the tax authorities, it would be a big problem.
Miss Lin, you are frightening me. But eventually, the auditing side will find out.
Don't worry about the auditing team. You just make sure you have a perfect plan and the rest will handle by us. 3 days, I want to see the perfect report.
I will do my best.
That's right. We should have a pleasant cooperation.
Michelle, how's the progress?
Danica, when auditing the financial statement of fabric company, I discovered significant anomalies. You see, the timeline of large-scale transaction with overseas supply chains was all jumbled up, and the valuation of intangible assets was outrageously high. There must be something wrong here.
Michelle, don't rush to judgment. Get down to the specifics. What concrete evidence have you got?
You see, the transfer record shows that a payment of 30 million yuan was made before the contract was signed, and logistic information corresponding to this batch of goods was completely missing. Moreover, for the intangible assets, there's no trace of actual application at all.
Fabry is an important client. Such accusations require a thorough grasp. Contact the legal representative of the company right now to confirm these circumstances. Remember, don't alarm them easily.
Got it. I will keep you informed as soon as there any progress.
I believe you can handle this.
Hello, I am the auditor of Lottie Company, and I am responsible for the audit of your related party Fabry, and I would like to ask you some questions about your transaction business with Fabry. So could you give me the purchase contract details and flow of funds for your business?
You mean Fabry? Yes, we have many transactions with it. You know, this company is very profitable and very well known in the fashion world.
Yes, but that's not the question I ask you. Are you trying to change the subject, madam? I mean the details of the contracts.
Oh, yes. The details of the contract, I know. It is a little difficult. I don't have a document on my hand, and I have to look for it. The number of the transaction is relatively large. At the time, I cannot find all. And you see, our transaction involve international trade transaction. The situation is a little complicated.
Yeah, and I don't think I have all the documents on hand, and I need a reasonable explanation. Also, I don't think the company like you that can do big deals with such large companies could have a problem with this kind of missing. I can wait for some relevant information. So, what about your cash flow? Do you have sales receipt? I cannot find any relative information on your official website.
The delivery time is a bit vague. The money was paid in installment, so I don't remember exactly.
Your attitude really makes me question about the professionalism and compliance of your company. Okay, so how long I can get your documentation?
I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I really want to help you to complete the auditing work, and I promise all of the transactions are legal. I promise.
Okay, thank you, and looking for a reply.
May I speak too? I guess she has found something going wrong. Just now she called me to ask for the details about the transaction. Yes, I guess she is going to make an audit in their work, and she will find our inventory backlog for counterfeit transaction.
Audit senior flew to Vietnam and discovered that their warehouse was filled with clothing.
Mrs. Lee, Director Yang, doesn't this financial report seem to have quite a bit of exaggeration in it?
Danica, how do you come to say this? Our financial procedures have always been precise. It is impossible for such a problem to occur.
Precise? How can you explain these transactions and the dubious patent certification? And the accounts of overseas suppliers are also too fake.
Perhaps there was an deviation in the entry. We'll check it immediately.
Director Yang, there's no need for such excuses. You should be well aware of the consequences of inflating revenue and forging the contracts.
Danica, we have been cooperating for such a long time. Why may seem so awkward? I will give you the priority for our company in the new project, and here you go. Please accept it. As long as you are willing to cooperate, you will not miss out any benefits in the future.
You know, I've been conducting audits for so many years and I always adhered to the principles.
People should not be too rigid. Let's make an exception. Everyone will be better off this time.
Once been discovered, my career is over.
Danica, please rest assured there won't be any mishaps.
This will not happen again. I will handle the communication with the senior and adjust the report accordingly. Keep in touch later. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Danica.
The transaction flow overseas supplier you mentioned last time, I've asked the colleague of Hong Kong branch to check. The data is incomplete because of system failure. And my suggestion is do not investigate about this problem further.
But I went to Vietnam for on-site investigation, and the registered address of the company was filled with stock. You see the pictures I took. Here is their Western inventory, and they're filled with clothes. They never sold out as many as they claimed.
Or they should also focus on cost-benefit effectiveness. If you still resist to be disturbed, our work will not move forward. By the way, the extra bonus just approved for you. Just take it and ignore the problem. I've got no time to waste.
But why don't we check this such big problem? Besides, what's the company's regulation regarding on this money? It should be paid after the project is completed.
Rules are rigid, but we can be flexible and adaptable. And I just popped up. Fine. This coffee is for you, Michelle.
No sense. I can't guarantee the copy won't spill on my audit document.
Fine. By the way, the promotion list will be discussed at the policy meeting next week. You know how fierce the competition it is in the senior position.
Falsifying patent reports is already illegal, and I have violated the academic bottom line. I cannot make the same mistake again. I can't let February use this report to make dirty money anymore. I heard they are currently undergoing an audit, so I can report these things to auditor.
Hello, Michelle. I'm Professor, the expert who cooperates with February. I want to report February's financial fraud, and I have sent the evidence to your email.
Amy,
Yes.
set up an investigation team right now. Hello? I'm PCOB investigator. We are now investigating February based on the complaint letter. Please cooperate with our investigation.
U.S. Public Company Accounting Oversight Board issued an announcement on Thursday that is launching a comprehensive investigation into February, a rising star in the apparel industry sector. The investigation showed that the company is suspected of systematic financial fraud, including falsification of core technology patent documents, fictitious contract revenue, and other irregularities. The amount of money in bills is estimated to be $50 million. The company's CEO, Christy Lin, and other suspects are restricted from leaving the country and face out 10 years in prison if convicted.
Every number of the ledger is the silent testimonies of the business world. When the tips of the auditor's pen falls, is it writing an epitaph to the truth, or is it clocking a lie in legitimacy? Those who try to construct a castles in the air with false figures will eventually be revolted by lies they weave. The auditor ethics are never a dispensable declaration, but the last line of defense. When this line of defense fails, the chain reactions of trust collapse is enough to make the whole market tremble. Each auditor choice is answering the same ultimate question: how much are you willing to pay for the truth?